lot of people ask me that how do I manage so much in life altogether. For those of you who are new here, let me tell you that I am a second year medical student studying MBBS from a medical college in Delhi. I also am a part-time YouTuber and I run this channel and I do the shooting, editing and all sorts of behind the scene tasks all on my own. I also have approximately 3 Instagram pages, including a med blog and a dance page, and another page where I upload all sorts of content that I create for Instagram. I also have my own website called mithaliblogs.in where I share a lot of my feelings and what all do I go through every now and then. Apart from this, I also love to learn new skills and I do take up new courses and I read books and I try to make my life as meaningful as possible. Having said that, I also want to emphasize on the fact that I'm not perfect. I do fail at a lot of times and I do believe in a thing called healthy productivity. Now, what does healthy productivity mean? It is a balanced approach to life where I don't overburden or overstress myself to be productive all the time. So here in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a few of those things that I do in my life to manage so much and be productive as much as possible. So let's begin. The first tip that I'm going to give you is track your time. Yes, you heard me right. You need to know where exactly are you spending your time and how much of it. Because it happens a lot of times that we spend our time on a lot of things unknowingly that we aren't even aware of, and it doesn't bring any sort of productivity or any sort of meaning to our life. So once you sit down to track your time, write it down in your notebooks. Where do you spend a particular hour of your day? It'll give you a lot more clarity and it'll tell you what activities in your day actually need more of your time and where exactly can you cut down. Tip number 2 is to plan your day a night before or to use a to-do list. For the people who are following me since quite a long time now, do know that I use planners and to-do lists very religiously. I cannot emphasize on how much planning has changed my life. Planning helps me declutter my thoughts and also to prioritize my tasks very efficiently. I know exactly what all do I need to finish in that particular day, but again, remember to prioritize yourself first. If you don't feel like doing a particular thing on a particular day, give yourself a break and get back with a bang. Tip 3 is a continuation of tip 2 and it says to be kind to yourself. Sometimes doing a lot of things or multitasking can be very stressful, and at these moments you need to be very cautious and be kind to yourself and take care of yourself. Remember that absolutely nothing is more important than you, and taking care of yourself makes you feel loved, which eventually leads to more productivity in the long run. Tip 4 is to learn to say no. You need to figure out on what all things are you willing to spend your time on and what are the things that you absolutely don't wish to give your time to. Learn to prioritize and do not take up tasks out of peer pressure or just for the sake of doing them. Tip 5 is to fill those blank spaces of time. Now, what do I mean by blank spaces? Blank spaces are actually those teeny mini intervals of time in your day where you're actively not doing anything but taking up random, very small tasks in those blank spaces will do no harm and eventually lead to more productivity. For example, I have this tedious task of completing my college files, and not going to lie, I really hate making files. And most of the times what we all end up doing is to complete all our files just 2 or 3 days before submission, which leads to a lot of stress. So whenever I feel bored of studying or whenever I'm watching a random video on YouTube and my hands are free, I take up my file and start drawing those diagrams. This way I get my work done without putting any extra effort to it. Last and one bonus tip that I want to give all of you is to add a fun factor to your tasks. For example, whenever I sit down to study, I light these candles up, I put on my headphones and listen to some study music, which sets a really beautiful vibe around me and makes me concentrate and focus better. Or for example, whenever I don't feel like studying at all, I decide to reward myself after each hour of studying. So what I do is I study for an hour, then I take a 15 to 20 minutes break where I eat my favorite snacks, watch my favorite videos and then get back to studying again. This makes me feel very motivated to study and study further, and thus I get my work done by hacking my brain. Lastly, I know that productivity and time management is very important in life and all of us want to do that. but always remember to make a balance in life. Being productive is important, getting work done is also important, but being happy, enjoying ourselves, and learning new things each day is also very important. That is how we grow as individuals, and that's what the ultimate goal of life is. I hope this video helped you out and you gathered some value out of it. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you again very soon. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.